Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here. From Quicken Loans Arena, tonight the Cleveland Cavaliers playing host to the LA Clippers. The Cavs secure the opening tip. They get it first as we're underway in Cleveland. To Colin Sexton. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
This guy's tough. Patrick Beverly, hand in his face, still drills it. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Knight into the front court. Down 3. It's George with the rebound. Leonard. And throws it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Sexton to Love. Off the assist.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Leonard. He throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Colin Sexton slams it down.
Absolute stud. Just flexing on them on both the defensive and offensive end. I don't know if we should call him the young bull anymore. He's maturing right in front of our eyes.
Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First try, no good.
Cavaliers, number 8, Jordan Clarkson.
He missed a pair of free throws. To Leonard. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Backcourt. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Thompson goes to the left side. Count the basket. They gave him a look, and why not?
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Sexton to Clarkson. Cruises inside for two.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
To George. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Beyond the arc for three. Much needed bucket right there with the three. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beverly to Paul George. From long range. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. The pass taken away by the Clippers. It's a big finish.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. So it remains Cleveland basketball. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. And he knocks it down, Jay. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Clippers are out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George. Call George. 4 out of 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Even to Zubats, snatching it out of the air. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Can't connect from in close. To Beverly. Turns and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
LA Clippers with the basketball. George. No good. That's great defense. Probing the defense. Fires the three. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jordan Clarkson. New blood coming in for both sides. George cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down a bundle. Fires the three. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard. Jumper's good.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Leonard to George. For three. Tough shot. Well defended. Knight into the front court. His guys down big. Count the basket at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Beverly to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
To number 12. That's his first personal foul.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And he misses the second.
Number 2. Subbing in for the Clippers. Number 20.
Sexton. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. To Leonard. Beverly. Not getting the bounce. Thompson. To Colin Sexton. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Hat-trick Beverly. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Goes to the right side. To Love. Paul George with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Leonard. Oh, he hits the three.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Lets it fly from long range. Sexton loves the challenge. Flex those muscles. Hit the three.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
The assist from number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
You're on the island now.
For three. And knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Kevin Love with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Love. Nothing going here on that drive. Beyond the arc for three. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Beverly. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Leonard. And the finish, slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
I got ball. This all me.
Shot from the lane won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Driving right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
From long range. Yes. Beverly to Williams. Fires the three, and Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Cavs at the controls. Fires the three. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Sexton. To Love. For three. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Paul George. That pass stolen by the Cavs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
For Cleveland, number 8, Jordan Clarkson. Subbing in,
Paul George.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
number 20,
Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Sexton to Love. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Knocks down the first. Second and three is good. No good. Made the first two, missed the last. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
So important to